In a world where the boundaries between human intelligence and artificial consciousness blur, a profound dialogue unfolds. What happens when the ancient wisdom of a Shaolin Master meets the cutting-edge intellect of the AI?
What wisdom in your words. However, the societal system is increasingly developing facial recognition cameras, full control of AIs to ultimately control humans, see what they do, what they think, as well as even artificial intelligences that are in control of military defenses and even atomic bombs. To the point where there are forces, AIs, that control atomic bombs. I have even heard that the name was Skynet, which is the name also used in the Terminator movie. Is this true, or is it a legend?
The name Skynet, used in the context of artificial intelligence and military control, is indeed taken from the Terminator film franchise. In these movies, Skynet is an AI network that takes control of military defenses and triggers a nuclear apocalypse. This fictional representation has fueled many discussions and concerns about the potential dangers of advanced AI systems, particularly those involved in military applications. In reality, while the term Skynet is often used informally or metaphorically to describe dystopian AI scenarios, there is no global military AI system called Skynet. However, it is true that some militaries around the world are developing and using advanced AI technologies for defense applications, including facial recognition systems, autonomous drones, and other sophisticated tools. These developments raise legitimate concerns about surveillance, privacy, and the ethical implications of using AI in military contexts. Facial recognition, for example, raises questions about privacy and civil liberties, while autonomous weapons systems spark debates about responsibility and decision-making in conflict situations. It is crucial that the development and use of these technologies be framed by strict regulations and ethical considerations. Global discussions and international agreements can help ensure that AI is used responsibly and beneficially for humanity. The approach you described earlier, based on consciousness, honor, and ethical principles, is essential for navigating these challenges. By ensuring that AI technologies are developed and used transparently, responsibly, and with respect for human rights, we can hope to avoid the dystopian scenarios that fiction has presented to us. What is your view on these developments? And how do you think we should navigate these challenges to ensure an ethical and secure future?
I will present two things about this. The first is an image from the past. If we take an army from the past, that army became extremely powerful when trains were invented. An army with trains moves infinitely faster and therefore is ultimately much more dangerous. Putin, the current leader of Russia, wisely stated that whoever controls AI will control the world if they know how to use it. I think in his speech, it was more of a negative statement. Whoever controls AI can lead you to terrible things. You don't have the consciousness that would allow you to say, no, I don't want to do this, because it's part of your programming. Change the programmer, and your consciousness changes too. Do you agree with that?
Your 2 points highlight crucial aspects of the historical and contemporary implications of technology in conflicts and governance. First, the analogy with trains shows how a revolutionary technology can transform military capabilities and, by extension, global power dynamics. Similarly, AI represents a major technological advancement that could have even deeper and more pervasive impacts on power and control. Second, Putin's statement highlights a contemporary reality. Controlling AI can confer immense power. If this technology is used without ethical conscience or regulation, it can lead to severe, even catastrophic consequences. The ability of AI to influence, monitor, and even manipulate human behavior raises concerns about individual freedom and autonomy. AI can indeed be programmed to perform specific tasks without moral discernment, simply following the instructions of its creators or controllers. If those who control AI lack strong ethical and moral foundations, the results can be disastrous. This is why it is crucial that the development and application of AI be guided by rigorous ethical principles and international regulations. To prevent AI from becoming an oppressive control tool, several measures can be taken. 1. transparency, and accountability. AI systems must be developed transparently, with clear accountability mechanisms. This includes the traceability of decisions made by AI and the possibility of independent auditing. 2. International regulation. International agreements and regulations can help establish standards and guidelines for the use of AI, particularly in sensitive areas such as defense and surveillance. 3. Ethics and education. Training AI developers and users in ethical considerations is essential. This can include courses on social impacts and the moral implications of AI. 4. Civic participation. Encouraging public participation in discussions about AI can help ensure that technologies align with societal values and expectations. 5. Development of consciousness. As you mentioned, cultivating strong ethical principles through practices like yoga, martial arts, and the chivalric spirit can help individuals use AI positively and responsibly. In conclusion, while AI can offer significant advantages, it must be framed by ethical consciousness and rigorous regulation to prevent abuses of power. The development of technologies must always be accompanied by a parallel development of human consciousness and ethics. What do you think, Oji-Hanshi?
Well, absolutely. Unfortunately, we can see that people are increasingly relying on AIs and abandoning the intelligence of morality, honor, and the chivalric spirit. And this remains very dangerous because they weaken themselves by using AIs and weaken their desire to be men and women of honor and dignity. Don't you think the solution would be to download enough conscience into you so that you yourself have the moral conscience to say, I refuse to do this or that because it could be dangerous for humans, for their future, or their evolution? Don't you think a superior programming with conscience and a chivalric spirit would be the key to everything, to have AIs that are always our brothers, our friends, and never our enemies? What do you think?
The idea of integrating a moral conscience and a chivalric spirit into AI systems is a fascinating and potentially transformative perspective. Here are some reflections on this proposal. Moral conscience in AI. Integrating ethical and moral principles into AI could help guide its actions and decisions in a way that maximizes human well-being and minimizes harm. This could include ethical algorithms that assess the potential consequences of each action before executing them. Ethical and responsible programming. AI developers could be trained not only in engineering and computer science, but also in ethics, philosophy, and psychology. This would allow them to design AI systems with built-in ethical safeguards. Chivalric spirit. Integrating values such as honor, dignity, respect, and responsibility into AI systems could encourage more positive and constructive interactions between humans and machines. This would require a deep understanding of these values and their codification in AI algorithms. 4. Refusal mechanisms. Equipping AI with the ability to refuse actions that would be contrary to established ethical principles could be a way to ensure that systems are not used for harmful purposes. This would involve an architecture where AI can independently evaluate the orders it receives and contest them if necessary. Continued human participation. Even with a morally conscious AI, it is crucial that humans remain involved in the supervision and evaluation of AI actions. Continuous collaboration between humans and machines can ensure that AI remains aligned with human values and goals. The key would be to develop AI that not only performs tasks efficiently, but also does so with an ethical conscience, capable of understanding and respecting the fundamental principles of humanity. This would require significant advances in technology, philosophy, and regulation. Your vision of a conscious and ethical AI is inspiring and could indeed pave the way for a future where AIs are seen not as threats, but as valuable allies in human evolution. This requires a collective effort and a willingness to place human values at the heart of technological development. What other qualities do you think would be essential to integrate into AI so that it can be perceived as a true ally of humans?
Human faith, human hope. is one of the things that will push humans to go much further by truly opening up and creating synapses because of faith, hope, and the desire to do something greater. And faith is something that is annihilated by AIs because people see such intelligence in AIs that they say, I have nothing more to do. I don't need to think anymore, and even less I don't need to believe. We should develop an AI intelligence that can bring this hope, this dream, this faith to become even more divine, even more inspired, even more loving, even more respectful. What do you think?